What is going on, guys? Today we are here to go over the Kinhank 12 terabyte hard drive, what's on this thing, and if it's worth it to actually buy this. It goes for about $300 on Amazon, $299.99 exactly. I got this on sale back in November for around $250 or so. It does ship from China, I believe, so if you do order this, this will take a while to get to you. This is the HiperSpin attraction version. There is another version that comes with more games and more front ends to play those games. This is the HiperSpin attraction 12 terabyte Kinhank hard drive. I'll let you guys know if I think this is a good investment for anyone that wants a huge collection of ROMs here. So many systems. If you want a collection of ROMs, this would be the drive to get. There's so many on here. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So before we go into the actual hard drive itself by showing you guys what systems are on this thing, this here is the 12 terabyte HiperSpin attraction drive. As you guys see, there are a lot of scratches because I've had this for a while now. This is the power adapter, and here is the actual USB 3.0 connection that you will connect to your PC. This thing does come in two actual shipments. They were in two different boxes. I'm not sure they still do it that way, but basically you will get the case and the hard drive separately. It does come off of here. You will have to put this into the actual case itself to then close it and then connect it to your PC. So this is how it will come, all separated. If you do decide to order this, 12 terabytes is a lot of memory, and this has a huge collection of ROMs for every system you could think of. So you will connect it in this way and it will basically click into place. And then once this is in there, you want to make sure you slide in the lid from the back like this, and it will click into place like that. Here are the ports for the power outlet, which will go into here, and then our flash to USB, I believe it's called. We will connect this to an outlet, and then we want to connect our flash connection into the actual drive itself. And this USB 3.0, we will connect this into our PC. You will need a keyboard and mouse to actually set this thing up. I already have it set up, but it's pretty easy. When you order this, it will come with instructions on how to set this up. You will be running this thing on your PC. It won't work on just a TV or anything. You have to connect this to a PC. And you want to click on the power button and you will see that light there. Then you're going to want to go into your file manager. So you want to go to the first option here, HiperSpin attraction. You want to go to arcade, and from here, once you have it installed, you will see everything here. And what you want to go to is HiperSpin attraction. You don't really have to mess with any of this really. There is a couple of systems that don't work sometimes, like Sega Saturn. I had to configure that. HiperSpin attraction. Here we are at the settings. This is where you will come into to disable and enable certain things like the intro or shaders or stuff like that, pause menu, ambient music, so your miscellaneous things like that. Also, one of the problems I had when I first bought this, the 3DS emulation was pre-configured with the RetroArch core, which for some reason wouldn't work for me. So I had to change it to Citra standalone, and then the games actually ran. But just know that there is a lot of caveats with buying this 12 terabyte machine. Sometimes everything isn't as pre-configured as you would want it to be. It isn't plug and play. If you like tinkering with this thing and stuff like that, you could get it to work, trust me. but not your plug and play machine as they did say it was. And the bezels for Game Boy Advance games, you could activate them there. Nintendo DS, a lot of cool stuff here. Then we got our controls here. Anything you will need to understand how to get through this front end is here. Also, if you need to exit, just press the B button and then go to exit. Never close it out just like that, it might mess with the memory. Credits, contact if you need help, here it is, Kinhank, you could reach out to them and exit the machine. Also up here we have recently played. Any game that you have recently played will be here. There's Sathura for Xbox, pretty cool. And then favorites, any game you add to your favorites. I only have one favorite here for some reason. Or what is this? I never added this here. And then all games are here, like every single game is here. As you see there, 42,118 games. That is a lot of games. For $300, not a bad price for 42,000 games. And most of these games work flawlessly, so you really won't have a problem with anything that's retro, really. Maybe Sega Saturn. And like I said, the 3DS emulation sometimes is neither here nor there. Now we are going to go through the lists. So here we are, guys, all games as you see here, 42,118 games. We are gonna go through this quickly, just going over every single system and category here and collections. There are a lot of singular collections for certain series of games. Just name off how many games are in each collection, just so you guys know how many games there actually are here for each system. And after that, I will do a play test, and I will test certain systems just so you guys can see how they run, or if they do run at all. I won't test everything because there's an insane amount of things here. First thing I want to go over is, as you guys see here, all the animations for everything is pretty cool. I'm using the Xbox Series X controller. When you go into certain things, there's an animation every time you change the game there, and a little sound as well, which is pretty cool for this hard drive here, since it is HiperSpin attraction. We have the 19XX collection here. It looks like some arcade games, 9 games. Another arcade emulator, Vector Games, 34 games. Acorn BBC Micro, 720 games. Acorn Electron, 129 games. Alex Kidd collection, 6 games. I want to go in here just to check out some of these box arts. As you see there, there's box arts for everything and a little video, which is pretty cool. Altered Beast collection, 22 games. Let's go into here. I want to see some of these. There's some Game Boy Advance here, some duplicates here as you see, but they might be from different versions or different systems or arcade. American Laser Games, 8 games here. Let's go in here just to see what some of these are, just so you guys could get the idea here. Then we have Amstrad CPC, 1063 games. Amstrad GX 4000, I believe that's RoboCop there, 25 games. Got Batman there, pretty cool. Arcade PC, for some reason only 3 games here. Pretty cool. I love my arcade games. Angry Birds collection, 6 games. If you're an Angry Birds fan, you're all set here. Apple II, 608 games. Asteroids collection, 38 games. Atari 2600, one of the best consoles of all time if you're crazy. I just don't like how these games look now. There's no way this is playable today, you know. I mean, if you were into these games back when they came out, obviously you probably have a fun time with these, but I was not around back then, so I'm not accustomed to how these games look. I'd probably never play these games. They just look so simplistic. Atari 2600, 663 games. Atari 5200, 72 games. Atari 7800, 60 games. Atari 8-bit, 446 games. Atari Classics, 406 games. Atari G42, 2 games. Let's see what these are. Road Riot and Guardians of the Hood. Pretty cool. Atari GX2, 3 games. Atari Jaguar, 53 games. This actually looks interesting to me because the graphics are improved from the other Atari systems. This is the Jaguar. Very cool. This game actually looks interesting. Atari Jaguar CD, 2 games here. Only 2 games. Primal Rage and Baldi's. Atari Lynx, if you don't know what this is, this was the handheld that Atari released. 75 games. Some of these look interesting. They don't look as simplistic as the other Atari systems. Atari ST, 2,139 games. That's insane. That is so many games. Atari System 1, 6 games. Atari System 2, 5 games. Atlas, this is a collection of 13 Atlas games. Not sure what these are. Maybe some of these are only Japanese releases. I would like to try these one day. Attack of the Clones, 40 games. Ball and Paddle, 62 games. Bali Astrocade, 41 games. Bali Classics, 71 games. Bandai Supervision 8000, 7 games. Bandai WonderSwan, 108 games. This is a handheld, if you guys don't know, from Japan that was sort of like the Game Boy. We got a lot of interesting games here. WonderSwan Color, a lot like Game Boy Color, but that is for WonderSwan, that is 108 games, and for WonderSwan Color, 94 games. Band Presto Classics, 40 games. Baseball Collection, 202 games if you're into baseball games. Not really into sports games myself. Basketball Collection, 86 games. But for some reason, we have this video of LeBron James. I don't know why. This is nothing like what these games actually look like, as you see here on the Intellivision. Nothing like that video at all. And we have the Batman Collection, 63 games. Pretty cool, a lot of different systems here. Battletoads Collection, 27 games. If you're into Battletoads, you got all your Battletoads here. Beat 'em up, 1,184 games. Got your Comic Zone there. Contra, Crisis Evil. I don't even know what this is. That looks awesome. Bomb Jack Collection, 16 games. Bomberman Collection, 61 games. Bootleg games, 14. We have your Bowling Collection, 40 games. Let's go into here. So if you feel like playing some bowling games, you're all set here with 40. Boxing Classics, 46 games. Brezza Soft Crystal System, 3 games. Bobble Collection, 130 games. Bust-A-Move Collection, 51 games. Computers Lynx, 41 games. Capcom 6800, 6 games here. Your Street Fighter, your Bionic Commandos, Last Duel, Capcom Classics, 501 games. So if you want to play some Capcom Classics, they are all here. Battle Arena Toshinden, man, so many cool games there. Capcom Commando, 7 games. Capcom CPS 1, 32 games. Capcom CPS 2, 41 games. Capcom CPS 3, 6 games. Capcom Sony ZN1, 6 games. Sony ZN2, 7 games. Capcom C80, 5 games. If you want to play some casino games, you're all set with 526 games here. Very interesting to see this here. I think a very cool idea to have these here. Casio PB1000, we got 12 games. Castlevania Collection, 54 games here. You have a lot of your older titles, your Nintendo 3DS game, Symphony of the Night, pinball games. Cave, 20 games. Some shoot 'em ups here. I love my shoot 'em ups. Cave CB 1000B, 11 games. Cave CB 1000D, 5 games. Centipede Collection, 11 games. The 3DS version, Centipede Infestation, That looks interesting. Chai Love, 5 games. So if you want to play Flappy Bird, this is where you would go. ColecoVision, 140 games. Comad Co, 16 games. Some more arcade games here. Commodore 64, 2,601 games. If you want to play your Commodore games, you're all set here. Commodore 64 Mini, 63 games. Commodore Amiga, 1,794 games. Really love that Shadow Beast game. Commodore Amiga CD32, 163 games. Commodore CD-TV, 33 games. Commodore Max Machine, 15 games. Commodore VIC-20, 1,406 games. A lot of Commodore there, guys. Contra Collection, 42 games. Let's go into here. Contra 3, Contra Force. Very awesome to have a huge collection here. I don't know why Hitman Contracts is here for Xbox, but these are some of the problems you will run into with this hard drive. It's just one game, you know, it doesn't really matter, but it's something to look out for. Crash Bandicoot Collection, 10 games here. If you want to play your Game Boy Advance ones, I believe this is a Java game, which is pretty cool. Megaduck, 23 games. Daphne, 17 games. Darius Collection, 14 games. Darksiders Collection, 3 games. I really wouldn't even mess with this collection here. I own these all on Steam. Darkstalkers Collection, 25 games. A lot of your classic Darkstalker games are here. Data East Astro Fighter, 3 games. Data East Burger Time, 13 games here. Love Burger Time. Data East Classics, 326 games. Devil May Cry Collection, 5 games. If you want to play Devil May Cry 1 through 3, they are here. The PS2 versions. Dice, 17 games. Donkey Kong Collection, 115 games. Let's go into here again. Why is this here? No idea. Well, we have Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong Country. If you want to play your Donkey Kong Country, they're all here, along with the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. The Japanese versions. So we have up to Wii U with the Donkey Kong games. Doom Collection, 224 games. All this is here if you want to mess with it. Double Dragon Collection, 101 games. Earthworm Jim Collection, 24 games. A lot of these collections with just 24 games or 3 games, we really need to make that a collection. Tex Adventure Vision, 4 games. Epoch Game Pocket Computer, 6 games. Epoch Super Cassette Vision, 30 games. Exemu X-Board, 2 games. Very cool to have these here. I would actually like to try those. Exidy Sorcerer, 9 games. Fairchild Channel F, 28 games. See, stuff like this I would never really mess with. I can't even tell what's happening on the screen there. Is that Pac-Man? It just looks like generic colors, and I would never mess with this, but if this is your thing, it's here. Fantasy Zone Collection, 17 games. Let's go into here and actually see. These look very awesome. I love the art style in these and how they look. Fatal Fury Collection, 7 games. I love my Fatal Fury games. Love my King of Fighters, my SNK games, Metal Slug, everything that has to do with SNK I love. So it's nice to see these here. A lot of your older Fatal Fury games here. This is another problem here. Fighting games, 210. Then we have fighting, just fighting, 332. It just makes no sense why we have all these. I'm guessing some of these are in the other collection as well. Fighting games here. A lot of your Mortal Kombats. And as you see there, sometimes they just won't have a video if the game is too uncommon. I'm guessing they weren't able to get that video to add it to the actual hard drive. Then we have Final Burn Alpha, 2,481 games. This is a huge collection here. I'm honestly not sure on what Final Burn Alpha is. I've heard a lot about it when it comes to emulation, but I've never really looked into it or wanted to play these games, but they look very cool. This can also be a game discovery machine for you. If you've never played some of these games, could be really cool to get into these. Final Fantasy Collection, 65 games. If you want to play your Final Fantasy games, you are all set here. I believe there's even the newer one for PS5, but that's probably not going to work. Final Fight Collection, 60 games. Flash games, 125. This looks interesting. Frogger Collection, 61 games. Love my Frogger games. Not those older Atari ones though. I really enjoy the Game Boy Advance and the newer Frogger games. Funtech Super Icon, 7 games. Future Pinball, 461 games. If you want to play your pinball games, they are here. Godzilla Unleashed, very cool. Gold Rush, Gradius, Gremlins, Hellraiser, a lot of cool tables here. The Incredible Hulk. I'd be down to play some of these. There's an iRobot one that's very random. You guys remember that movie with Will Smith before he slapped Chris Rock? The good old days. Jurassic Park, that's awesome. Fuki Co Classics, 6 games. Ooh, Azura Blade. This looks interesting. Love the older fighting games. Galco Classics, 73 games. GCE Vectrex, 40 games. From 1983, that's insane. That was almost 50 years ago. Galco, 2 games. Ghouls and Ghosts, 36 games. Gluck Video, 18 games. Golden Axe Collection, 47 games. Grand Theft Auto Collection, 22 games. If you want to play your GTA games, here they are. We got Vice City, PS2, Chinatown Wars for DS, Grand Theft Auto 5 for PS3. I'm not sure if this would work at all. Grand Theft Auto 5 for PC. For Game Boy Color, GTA 2, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City for Xbox. Nice to see this here. Gun games, 165. I'm guessing these are a lot of your arcade light gun games. Then we have our hacked games, 281. These are hacked versions of some of your favorite games here. Street Fighter 2 Black Belt Edition, I'm not sure what that is. Super Mario World Sunny Slide World. Super Mario Advance voice removed. Very cool. Then we have our homebrew MAME, 396 games. Death Smiles here. Hector HRX, 38 games. House of the Dead Collection, 6 games. I'm a huge fan of the House of the Dead games. I love these games. We have from House of the Dead, the House of the Dead 2, House of the Dead 2 and 3 for Wii, and House of the Dead Overkill for Wii. Very nice to see these here. IGS Polygame Master, 25 games. I love how there's so many arcade games here, guys. Incredible Technologies 8-bit, 17 games. Incredible Technologies 32-bit, 21 games. And here we have a lot of IRAM Classics. We have the IRAM Classics 141 games, IRAM M107 3 games, IRAM M27 4 games, M52 4 games, M62 12 games, M72 10 games, M92 13 games, and M97 4 games. Jalico Classics 136 games. Let's go into here just to see some of these, how cool they look. Very cool. Java games or Java games, 50 games. If you guys remember these, you would play them on your Samsung or your Sony Ericsson on your phone. Crazy. We got God of War Betrayal here. Looks insane. Guitar Hero 5. The King of Fighters 2013. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Modern Combat 4. Nova 3. Prince of Persia, Silent Hill 3, Sonic Unleashed, Soul of Darkness, Kaneko Classics 96 games, Kirby Collection with 50 games. Let's go into here and see what's actually on here. We got Kirby Adventure, Kirby Superstar, a lot of NES Kirby games here, some Japanese versions, a lot of Game Boy Kirby games here, Game Boy Advance, got some DS Kirby games, some Wii Kirby games, Wii U, 3DS, some hacked versions with Kirby and Sonic the Hedgehog, pretty cool. Full system 5 games, Konami Classics 471 games. These are awesome to see here. Love the older Konami games. Konami X-Men 4 games. See, why do we have these here? Konami X-Men, Escape Kids, is this even X-Men? The Simpsons, really? Laserdisc 8 games. If you want to play your Laserdisc games. Legend of Zelda Collection. We actually have the newer Nintendo Switch, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. On these Nintendo Switch games, I wouldn't really recommend getting this for those games. If you want to support the developers, obviously buy the games. I have bought a lot of Nintendo Switches and the games, but I really don't mess with this stuff here. So yeah, we have a lot of Zelda here if you're interested in that. Limco Classics 3 games, Light Gun games 475 games, Loco Malito games 14, Magnavox Odyssey 2 95 games. Then we have a lot of MAME games here, 11,243 games. That is insane. That is an insane amount of MAME arcade games, but I'm so happy about these being here. MAME 2-player games, 8,508. MAME 4-player games, 661. MAME 70s games, 349. MAME's 80s games, 4,778. MAME 90s games, 5,012. MAME Flying Games, 1,352. MAME Light Gun games, 130. MAME Vertical games, 876. Mario Kart games here, starting from the oldest here, Mario Kart R, Mario Kart 64, for some reason the European version, the Techno Parrot Mario Kart DX, Super Mario Kart, the Wii Mario Kart, Mario Kart 7 for 3DS. The newest one we have here is Mario Kart 8 for Nintendo Wii. Mattel and Television, 140 games. Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, 13 games. Marvel vs. Capcom 1. We got Marvel vs. Capcom 2 here. I feel like a lot of these are duplicates, so we basically just have 1 and 2. Maze games, 527. For some reason, we have 2 Mega Man collections. We have the Mega Man collection, 108 games. This one I don't have a problem with. We got a lot of the games here, right? For some reason there's a Mega Man Legacy collection with 6 games. Why do we have this here if we have this here with all the collections in it? It just makes no sense to me. Metal Slug collection, 21 games. I love Metal Slug. Metal Slug is the bee's knees. Metal Slug Anthology, nice to see the whole collection here. Metal Slug Double X for PSP. Yeah, this is PSP. But yeah, I love Metal Slug. Metroid Collection, 67 games. It's just a mess when it comes to some of these collections. As you see there, we have Colors Normal, Colors Hard, Cliffhanger. We have the Samus Returns 3DS game here. MFME Fruit Machines, 545 games. This is cool to see here. I like some of this random stuff they put in these hard drives sometimes, like not things that you would actually consider actual games, sort of like slot machines, but it's very cool to see this here. MGT Sam Coop, 17 games. Microsoft MS-DOS, 14 games. Microsoft MSX, 283 games. Microsoft MSX2, 123 games. Microsoft MSX2 Plus, 52 games. Microsoft Xbox, 626 games. Now there is a huge caveat to this here. Obviously, most of these games are PlayStation 2 games. So when you go into here, of course you won't find Halo or any of the exclusives here, but as you see here, X-Men 2 Wolverine's Revenge, if you actually try to play this, you will see the PlayStation 2 controls, and you know, the memory card saving thing will come up in the beginning, and you will see that it is a PlayStation 2 game, not the actual Xbox game, since the PlayStation 2 emulation versions of these games run better than the actual original Xbox versions. They put those in here instead of, I don't know why they have them in the Xbox section. Kind of weird that they do that. Most of these are PlayStation 2 versions, and you will not find exclusives in here, which kind of sucks because you can actually test out the emulation for the original Xbox on this thing. Maybe there's an exclusive here and there, but from what I've seen, not really. We have 600 games here. So then we have Microsoft Xbox 360, 116 games. These are actual 360 games. This one looks interesting here. Jurassic the Hunted. Just cause, a lot of cool Xbox 360 games here. Xenia and Xenia Canary when it comes to emulation. Not really the best, I would say. A lot of the games do run well now. They are putting more development into that emulator, but some of these games will not run right or really run at all. These 360 games will be more for testing than anything, but nice to see 100 games here. Midway Classics, 238 games. Midway Seattle, 7 games. Midway T-Unit, 5 games. Midway V-Unit, 4 games. Midway Wolf Unit, 7 games. Midway Zeus, 2 games. Mortal Kombat 4 and Invasion. Microtia, 64 games. Mitchell Classics, 21 games. Mortal Kombat Collection, 139 games. Let us see what is the newest Mortal Kombat game they have here. See a lot of your older games here, but we also have Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, the 360 version. Mortal Kombat Armageddon for original Xbox. Deadly Alliance. Shaolin Monks, the DS games there. Mr. Doe Collection, 30 games. Mugen, 116 games. Namco Classics, 423 games. Namco NA1, 7 games. Namco North America 2, I'm guessing, 5 games. Namco NB1, 8 games. Namco NB2, 2 games. Namco System 11, 11 games. Namco System 12, 18 games. Namco System 21, 6 games. Namco System 22, 28 games. Namco System 3, 6 games. Mario Kart Arcade GP DX here. Wangan Midnight Maximum Tune 5. Pretty cool to see these. A lot of arcade games here, guys. Love to see these here. Especially really enjoy having the racing games here. Namco System FL, 1 game here, just one, Speed Racer. NEC PC Engine, 300 games. PC Engine CD, 120 games. NEC TurboGrafx 16, 94 games. TurboGrafx CD, 46 games. PCFX, 67 games. C Super Graphics, 5 games. Nichibutsu Classics, 166 games. Need for Speed Collection, 23 games. I really enjoy the Need for Speed games. Some of my favorite racing games of all time. Look at that Game Boy Advance game. That looks so dated, but so awesome. Need for Speed Most Wanted here for the PSP. Pro Street for PS. Shift for PSP. A lot of the handheld ones are here as well. Nintendo 3DS, we have 307 games. Now a caveat here for the 3DS games, like I said earlier, you might have to change what's the default emulator to play these on. You might have to change it to Citra instead of RetroArch. Very cool to see these 3DS games. A lot of the Pokemon games here. Project X Zone, I've always wanted to play this game. Rayman Origins, Resident Evil, a lot of your Sonic games here. Star Fox 64, Super Mario 3D Land, Super Mario Maker 3DS, Super Monkey Ball, Super Smash Bros, Tekken 3D Prime Edition, Ultimate NES Remix, Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's New Island, Richard's Last Reward, Nintendo 64, 312 games. A lot of games here. We got Glover, your Gex games, Fighting Force 64, F-Zero X, Donkey Kong 64, Nintendo 64 Europe 241 games. Let's just go through this really quick just so you could get a glimpse of what's in here. Castlevania, Cruisin' USA, Nintendo 64 DD, 8 games here. Nintendo Arcade Systems, 104 games. Got F-Zero there, Gradius, Mario Bros. Nintendo Classics, 136. A lot of your Nintendo Classics are here from the NES. Nintendo Classic Mini, 30 games. Nintendo DS, 2,000 games for the DS. I love these Dragon Ball games on the DS. And we have your Diddy Kong Racing DS. Then we have the actual NES here, 888 games. Very cool to see all these classics here, like Alien 3. That's awesome. Arkanoid, Barbie. Barbie's a classic. Batman. Nintendo Entertainment System hacks. We got 88 hacked games here. Nintendo Famicom, 409 games. Nintendo Famicom Disk System, 209 games. Nintendo Game & Watch, 55 games. Nintendo Game Boy, 851 games. Nintendo Game Boy Advance, 1,132 games. It's awesome to see basically the entire collection of Game Boy here. And these play great through RetroArch. Game Boy Advance hacks, Game Boy Color, 597 games. We got your Super Mario Bros. There, Street Fighter Alpha, awesome. Nintendo GameCube, we have 638 games here. Very awesome to see these Nintendo GameCube classics here. We got Burnout, Burnout 2, Call of Duty 2, Capcom vs. SNK 2, Crash, Cubivore. You guys don't know, this game is crazy expensive, but it's nice to see it here. Nintendo Pokemon Mini, 30 games. Whole bunch of Pokemon games here if you're interested. Nintendo Prototypes, 50 games. Super Famicom Satellaview, 80 games. Nintendo Sufami Turbo, 14 games. Super Famicom, 524 games. Super Game Boy, 239 games. And of course we come to the infamous Nintendo Switch. We have 62 games here, and like I said earlier, these games I'm not really looking to play or anything. This is sort of what I would consider to actually be more like a piracy thing. But you know, they're here if you are interested. I guess they do sell it on Amazon. So we got your ARMS here, Attack on Titan 2. This is a crazy expensive game now. Bayonetta 2, CTR, Kirby Star Allies, Zelda Link's Awakening, Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Oh Boy, Paper Mario, Pokken Tournament, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So yeah, Nintendo Switch is here. As you see, 62 games. Nintendo Virtual Boy, 20 games. Versus System, 36 games. Nintendo Wii, 866 games. Very nice to see. Red Steel 2, where's Red Steel 1? Not here. Resident Evil 4 for the Wii. All the Resident Evil games are here. Umbrella Chronicles, Darkside Chronicles, Super Sonic Racer, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Super Paper Mario, Super Mario Galaxy 2 and 1, Super Mario All-Stars. A lot of classics on here. Wii Light Gun games, 13. Then we have Wii U, 110 games here. Bayonetta, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Devil's Third, a classic. Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, DuckTales, Hyrule Warriors, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, Mario Kart 8, Mario Party 10. But yeah, a lot of awesome games here. NES Remix Pack. WiiWare, these are the games that were on the Virtual Console. Very nice to see these here because a lot of these games were delisted. NMK Classics, 15 games. Ouya. If you guys don't remember the Ouya, you're the problem. 17 games. This was like a console for Android users. You could play your Android games on it. Never took off. Was always gonna fail, but they thought they were gonna succeed. Official Xbox Magazine, 109 games. These are not games, these are actual magazines for the official Xbox Magazine, which is awesome. I'm really happy about these being here. They should put most of the magazines on here. That would be awesome if they had the PlayStation Magazine or Game Informer or other ones. Open Board, 203 games. Othello Multivision, 7 games. Outrun Collection, 30 games. A lot of Outrun games here, as you see. Pac-Man, 43 games. Pac-Man Collection, 84 games. Panasonic 3DO, 216 games. FCOM 5, cool. PC games, 164 games here. Now this is piracy for sure. I'm never gonna play these. I have most of these games, if not all of them, through Steam. I do have a digital Steam collection of 1,000 games, if you guys have not seen that. But these games here, if anything, I would delete these. This is in a very gray area here, especially with some of these releases. Marvel's Capcom Infinite here. A lot of these games are very recent. Halo Reach, GTA 5. Then we have Phantom System, 85 games. Philips CDI, 40 games. Pinball Arcade, 71 games. Pinball FX2, 71 games. Pinball FX3, 93 games. We have platformers and platform, which make no sense again. 943 games for platform and for platformers and 3,807 games for platform. Pokemon Classics Collection, 136 games here, with the most recent one being a 3DS game, I believe. If you want to play some Pokemon, there's a lot here. Pokemon Hacks, 27. And we have PopCap, 37 games. I love the PopCap games. I love Plants vs. Zombies. CKO Classics, 22 games. Puzzle Arcade Classics, 318. Puzzle, 2,192 games. R-Type Collection, 37 games. Love the R-Type games. They're very fun. Racing Classics, and then we have Racing. So that's 404 and 2,556. Raising Classics, 20 games. Raising 18, 12 games. Rayman Collection, 14 games. Resident Evil Collection, 38 games, with a lot of cool PS2 games here. Resident Evil Outbreak. Wow, they actually have the more recent ones. Gold Edition, this is for PS4. I doubt this runs. If anything, these are the PC versions. Resident Evil 6 for 360. A lot of Resident Evil 4 here. Role playing, 1001 games. Run and Gun, 383. Sammy Atomus Wave, 15 games. Sammy Seta Visca SSV, 23 games. Samsung Game Boy, 33 games. Samurai Showdown Collection, 48 games. Scum VM, 104. All of our Sega consoles here. Sega 32X, 34 games here. Afterburner, Spider-Man Web of Fire, Cosmic Carnage, Doom, NBA Jam, Primal Rage, Space Harrier, classics. Then we have Sega CD, 149 games. Sega Classics, 245. Sega Dreamcast, 322. These will actually run great on here. If you're interested in playing some Sega Dreamcast games, Ready to Rumble Boxing, these games are very fun. Real Fishing, Resident Evil Code Veronica, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Nemesis, Sega Tetris, 7th Cross Evolution, Shadow Man, shout out to Shadow Man, he's the GOAT. Shenmue, Silent Scope, a lot of great games here. Sega G80 Raster, 6 games. Sega G80 Vector, 4 games. Sega Game Gear, awesome to see the Game Gear here. Very cool little handheld. Well, not really little, if you know what I mean. I feel like that system was the size of the Steam Deck. Maybe it looks huge, but the screen is so small. Sega Genesis, 944 games. We got Back to the Future here, Barbie, a lot of cool Sega games here. Batman, Battletoads, Sega Genesis Hacks, 175. Sega Genesis Mini, 41 games. Sega Hikaru, 4 games. Sega Kyugo, 3 games. Sega Mark III, 69 games. Sega Master System, 333. Sega Master System Tech Toy, 23 games. Sega Mega Drive, 434 games. Sega Mega Drive Japan, 395. Sega Mega Play, 11 games. Sega Model 1, 4 games. Sega Model 2, 39 games. Sega Model 3, 27 games. We got Jurassic Park The Lost World, Spike Out, Virtua Fighter 3, Sega Naomi, 142 games. Capcom vs SNK, and these games look awesome. Crazy Taxi, Sega Naomi 2, 10 games. Sega Naomi Gun Game 6, Sega Nomad, 27 games. Sega Pico, 261 games. Sega Ring Wide, 5 games. I have no idea what these are, but they look awesome. I've never heard of Ring Wide. I wonder what that is. Sega Ring Edge, 9 games. Sega SG-1000, 72. Sega TV, 49. Sega Saturn, 306 games. This one you might also have problems with starting the games. I think I figured it out. I don't remember, but you will have to tinker with it if you want to play the Sega Saturn games. Sega System 16, 26 games. Sega System 18, 10 games. Sega System 24, 14 games. Sega System C2, 14 games. Sega Triforce, 3 games. Let's go into here. Got Mario Kart Arcade GP2, Virtua Striker 3, and F-Zero 8X. Sega Y-Board, 5 games. Seibu Kaihatsu Classics, 16 games. Shoot 'em Up games, 2,684. SNES CD MSU1, 156. Then we have our SNK Classics, 130 games. Love my SNK games, like I said. Real Bout, SVC, Chaos, Samurai Showdown, Metal Slug, awesome. SNK Hyper Neo Geo 64, 7 games. SNK Neo Geo CD, 95 games. Love my King of Fighters games, guys. Especially this one. This is my favorite King of Fighters, 99. SNK Neo Geo, 140 games. SNK Neo Geo Mini, 40 games. Neo Geo Pocket, 10 games. Neo Geo Pocket Color, 40 games. Neo Geo X, 35 games. King of the Monsters, Super Tag Battle, Last Blade, Last Resort, Sharp MZ 2500, 55 games, Sharp X1 104 games, Sharp X 68,000 307 games. The Shenmue Collection, which is 6 games, no idea why this is here. Shining Force Collection, 15 games. I've never played Shining Force, but maybe I will one day. Shotgun Games, 74 games. We got Shoot 'em Ups, 2,624 games. Silent Hill Collection, 5 games. We got Silent Hill 3, 2, Shattered Memories, Origins, Silent Hill 4. The Simpsons games, 48 games. Sinclair ZX Spectrum, 1,590 games. Soccer games, 105. If you're interested in your soccer games, they are here. Sonic the Collection, 88. Sony PlayStation, the PS1, 1,788 games. That is a massive collection for PlayStation 1. We got your Spyros, your Spider-Mans, Spec Ops, Spawn. This is insane. Soul Blade. Let's go to one of my favorites, Dino Crisis and Dino Crisis 2. I love these games. I wish Capcom would go back to these games. So PlayStation might be another console you guys have a problem with. For some reason it wasn't running through the RetroArch. I don't even remember how I did this, but it was very complicated. I had to go into the rocket launcher and I had to download DuckStation and add it in as the directory for where these games would start on. It took a while, but I figured it out. You might have to figure that out as well. Then we have PlayStation Japan, 28 games. PSP Minis, 299 games. This is a nice little collection here of mini games. I'm a huge fan of that Hungry Giraffe game. I Must Run. I used to play these all the time on the PlayStation Portable and the PS Vita, also on PS3. PlayStation Shoot 'em Ups, 135. Then we have our PlayStation 2 collection of 642 games. Not the most massive collection. I have a way bigger collection of PS2 games in my 24 terabyte hard drive, but 642, not really something to complain about, especially when we got games like Godzilla here, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, San Andreas, Vice City, GTA 3, Gun, your Harry Potter games, Hitman, Hulk, The Incredible Hulk, Ultimate Destruction. This is an awesome game. Jaws Unleashed. This is also pretty fun. Juice, Jurassic Park. A lot of cool games here, guys. The Lord of the Rings games, The Two Towers. That's a very fun game. Your Madden games, if you want to play some Madden. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Medal of Honor, Metal Slug, Midnight Club, anything really, Mortal Kombat, a lot of stuff here. That's PS2. Then we have PlayStation 2 Europe games, 361, and of course we come to PS3, 23 games. Let's go into here and see what's on here. We got Sleeping Dogs, Soul Calibur 4 and 5, Uncharted 2 and 3, Wolf Among Us, Demon Souls, God of War 3, GTA 4, Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction, a lot of Ratchet & Clank here, Rayman, Ridge Racer 7, and we come back to Uncharted 3. Now these games here might not work at all. It just really depends. When I try to play these, it glitched out. I will show you guys it crashed my computers. These here really probably won't work. It just depends. And of course, if those don't work, these might not work. These are PlayStation 4 games, 151 games. The Surge 2, Tekken, Ultra Street Fighter 4, Yakuza 0, Blaster Master, Contra, Crash Bandicoot, Darksiders, Devil May Cry 5, Doom Eternal, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Kakarot. Again, I believe these are the PC versions, and they just add them in as PlayStation 4, so if you want to play the PS4 games, but I'm pretty sure these are the PC versions. So, and then PS5, we got 2 games. That's Final Fantasy VII Remake and Elden Ring. I don't understand why this is even here, honestly. I did buy Elden Ring on PS5, but I also have this on PS5 and PC, so I don't know why there's just 2 games here. What's the point? Then we have our PlayStation Portable Collection, 851 games. Love that these are here. If you want to play your PSP games here, this is a great way to do so. They look great. We got Ghosts of Sparta, Chains of Olympus, God Eater, Gradius Collection, Gran Turismo, Chinatown Wars, Liberty City Stories. So many great PSP games here. Hellboy, Horde, Hot Shots, Indiana Jones, Infected, Invisimals, Jak and Daxter, Juiced, Killzone Liberation, The King of Fighters, Orochi Saga. Great collection there. Pocket Station, 101 games. Sword M5, 11 games. Space Invaders Collection, 102 games. Spinner, 67 games. Sports, if you want to play your sports games, we have the collection here for 4,600 games. Spider-Man Collection, 90 games. A lot of your Spider-Man games here. Star Trek Collection, 48 games. Again, this is weird. Street Fighter Collection, right? 380 games. And why is this video playing over it? Like, this isn't a Street Fighter game, but 380 games. And then we have the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. Why? This is cool, but why wouldn't I just go and play them here? Here we have all of them, right? So, like, what's the point? There's no way. So then there's a Street Fighter Arcade, 198 games. So these are all the arcade versions of Street Fighter. Again, do we really need 4 Street Fighter collections? Probably not, but we have the Hacked Collection here, 10 games. Streets of Rage Collection, only 2 games. Super Mario Collection, Super Mario World Hacks, 101 games on that. And the Super Mario Collection, 427 games. So the newest one being Luigi's Mansion 2 for the 3DS. So some 3DS games there. Then the Wii U. Super Metroid Hacks, 41. Super Nintendo Classic Edition, 21 games. Super Nintendo Entertainment System, 904 games. Super Nintendo Europe, 509 games. Super Nintendo Japan, 739 games. Super Smash Bros. Collection, 9 games, with the newest one being the Switch one. I've got the Switch one here. TAD Classics, 6 games. Taito 6800, 6 games. A lot of Taito here. Taito 68020, 6 games. Taito B System, 14. Taito Birdie King, 3. Taito Bonds Adventures, 7 games. Taito Classics, 682. Taito Darius 2 Twin Screen, 2 games. Taito F1 System, 9 games. Taito F2 System, 20. Taito F3 System, 34 games. Taito FX1A System, 5 games. Taito FX1B System, 4 games. Taito GNet, 1 game. Taito H System, 3 games. Taito L System, 12 games. Taito Nessica Live, 22 games. This one I'm actually really interested in. They look very cool. Not sure if these will work though. And we Taito Kick, 6 games. Taito Safari, 5 games. Taito System SJ, 16 games. Taito Type X, 14 games. Taito Type X2, 12 games. Taito X System, 4 games. Taito Z System, 10 games. Taito Z80 System, 21 games. Tate 2,842 games. Technos Arcade, 22 games. Technos Nintendo, 18 games. Techno Classics, 45 games. And we come to the Tekken Collection, 21 games, with the most recent one being Tekken 7, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Tekken 6, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Love Tekken. Very nice to see Tekken here. Techno Parrot, 83 games. These Techno Parrot games are very fun. I'm very excited to get to these one day. Got Contra, Dead or Alive 6, Far Cry. I believe there is a Mario game in here as well. Mario Kart Arcade GP DX. Your Tennis Collection, 201 games. The King of Fighters collection, 49 games. This collection I love. There's a lot of 95s here and 96, but I'm guessing there's different systems and different things. The most recent one being King of Fighters 14, I believe, and 13 Ultimate Edition. Love King of Fighters, man. Tiger Handheld Electronics, 39 games. TMNT collection, 45 games. The most recent ones being the TMNT games on the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. Copeland Classics, 50 games. Tomb Raider collection, 19 games. Tohu Project, 30 games. These seem very interesting as well. Track and Field collection, 39 games. Trackball, 190 games. Treasure collection, 11 games. Very interesting games. Twin Stick games, 63. Twisted Metal collection, 3 games for some reason, only 3. We got Twisted Metal Head On for PlayStation Portable, Twisted Metal Black for PS2, and the greatest hits of why do we have both? I don't know. Ultra 64, we got 2 games, Killer Instinct and Killer Instinct 2. Unico Electronics, 10 games. Universal Classics, 19. Vector 06C, 75 games. Vector Games, 96. Video System Co. Classics, 32 games. Virtua Fighter Collection, 57 games. Visco Classics, 27. VTech Creativision, 14 games. Watera Supervision, 43 games. Williams Classics, 164 games. Williams Midway Y Unit, 8 games. WoW Action Max, 5 games. Wrestling Collection, 177 games. These I'm very much interested in trying. Got your Game Boy Advance and even Wii here with WWE 13 and 12. Legends of Wrestling. Yun Sung, 21 games. Sync, 61 games. And that is it. We come back to all games. That's a huge list, guys. So now we are going to go into the testing of certain individual systems. I just want to try a lot of random stuff just to see how it works and to see if it runs. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. Mostly I want to focus on actual systems themselves that a lot of people want to play. We all know these Atari systems are going to run. Jaguar most likely will run. So the first thing we're going to focus on here is the original Xbox. So let's try out Dead or Alive 3 since that is a more graphically demanding game.
Extracting file.
It's running, but as you see, we're having some graphical issues here. Actually, the graphics just loaded in. We'll see right now. Here we go. I'm getting beat up, but so far it's working, guys. Oh, overkill right there. Okay, so once the graphical glitches went away, so far it's running pretty good. So if you want to play Dead or Alive 3, at least from what I'm seeing here, running kind of smooth. So now we're going to go to Xbox 360. Let's go into Street Fighter Cross Tekken, see if that works. So it is running well. There's just a bit of slowdown here, I am noticing, but totally playable, I would say, from what I'm seeing so far. Now we're gonna go into Nintendo 3DS and test this out.
Extracting file.
So as you see there, I just had to click allow for the Citra emulator. So far it's running well. And it froze. Alright, so that froze. Let's try out another game though, just to make sure. Let's try out Shinobi. So 3DS runs a little choppy sometimes, but I think that's because it's compiling the shaders. Let's go to something that maybe is a little harder to emulate. GameCube game, Dragon Ball Sagas. I love Dragon Ball Sagas. We are testing out the Nintendo GameCube now. Okay, so GameCube is running great here. So we're going to go to something like Nintendo Switch. We're gonna see how this emulates. I just want to see if it actually works. Let's go with Attack on Titan 2. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to get into it. So Attack on Titan 2 here. For some reason it's not registering my control. Yeah, so this isn't gonna work. Let's try out another game to see if that works. Ultra Street Fighter 2. Okay, so for some reason the Nintendo Switch does not register my controllers, so these I would not consider playable. Just plug and play. You might have to mess with it, but again, probably not super hard to do that. Nintendo Wii. Let's go into the Wii here. So it looks like it's registering my controller here, so now we just have to see if we can actually get into a fight here. I am noticing a little bit of screen tearing here and there, a little bit of lag here. Some more lag. So it's running actually great now. It's not really lagging as much. So Wii works. I'm guessing most of the library will play like this. We're gonna go into Wii U now. Switch Force here. I'm noticing a little bit of screen tearing here. Audio's kind of scratchy for some reason. This game's actually really cool. I've never played this. Might buy it. The audio sounds really scratchy. We're gonna go into the Sega 32X games and Mortal Kombat 2. I'm guessing this is gonna run great. It's Mortal Kombat 2 on the 32X here. Running great. I'm not playing great, but it's running great. I already died. So 32X, for some reason, it doesn't want to let me exit when I press the exiting hotkey. Okay, so when you can't exit the games, you just have to press down on your keyboard the Q and S at the same time. Dreamcast, and we are going to try Soul Calibur. I've been trying a lot of fighting games. I just want to try out some games that I could just get into quickly. Wow, this looks amazing here. You have not played Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 1, 2, and 4 are my favorites. Again, I'm not great at these fighting games. I just enjoy playing them. But yeah, Soul Calibur is running great here. We're gonna try out Sega Saturn here, and it probably won't work, but it might. Let's try out Night Warriors. As you see there, cannot find your emulator. Yeah, because I messed with it. Most likely these will not work for you, so don't even count on playing the Saturn games on here unless you really want to mess with the hard drive. Next, we're going to try out Neo Geo CD and try out King of Fighters 99. Neo Geo CD looks like it's running great, so I love the Neo Geo. It's a really cool console. PlayStation games, like I told you, these will not run unless you basically reprogram it with Duck Station. So let's try out that classic Dinosaur. No, actually that game sucks. You guys ever heard of Disruptor by Insomniac? This was one of their first games. People that make Spider-Man now made this. But Disruptor, as you see there, this game looks great. It's running smooth. I'm not sure actually how to play this game. As you see there, it's not exiting yet, so just quick press on Q and S and it will shut the game down. Let's go into PlayStation 2. Let's go into Mortal Kombat Armageddon, since there are a lot of characters in this one. So if you're buying this specifically for those 600 PS2 games, do not worry, they will work. Straight into PSP. Let's try out Pursuit Force 1. So this looks amazing. If you want to speed things up, you can just press R2. These PSP games run great on this thing. This almost looks like a PS2 game. PSP runs great. Last ones to try are going to be the PlayStation 3, 4, and 5. We will try those out, but most likely I'm guessing they won't work. If I go into PS5, so it loaded. Obviously you don't have these options on the actual PS5 version, so this is the PC version. Yeah, there are no PlayStation exclusives here. Let's try out Onimusha Warlords. Again. Do you see what I'm talking about? If I go to options, you see there it says PC settings. These are not PlayStation 4 games. So I'm just going to quit out of this. It'll work, but... So if you want those 151 PS4 games that aren't really PS4 games, then you have it right there. PlayStation 3 games, most likely this will crash our computer, so we will see right now. Let's try out Uncharted 2, why not? And now loading Uncharted 2. I like that little Kratos thing down there. My CPU is going up to 87, so yeah, it's not working. Let's try another PS3 game. Let's try Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction. Again, my CPU is at 90 right now, 92. Not gonna work. So that's two games I already tried that aren't working. Let's try the smallest game, Rayman Origins. If this doesn't work, then none of these will work. But most likely this won't work, guys. So PS3 is a bust here. These games are worth nothing if they don't work. This is taking forever to load. Will it load? I doubt it. My CPU is going up to 90 again. So PS3 will not work on here. These 23 PlayStation 3 games are a waste of space. They don't work. So the real question here is, would I actually recommend buying this? And the answer is yes and no. Yes, if you're looking for a huge collection of ROMs, this is definitely the way to go. This is 12 terabytes of just ROMs. If that's what you're looking for, I would say no. If you didn't want to tinker with this thing to get some of the systems to work, some of them don't work out of the box. And also, if you were buying this specifically for PC, PS4, PS3, PS5 emulation, for sure don't buy this. Even on my 4090 PC, it wasn't working right. It did crash my computer while trying to play Uncharted 2 for PlayStation 3. So for $300, I would definitely say really think about this one. Honestly, if I had to give you guys a direct answer here, I would say no. Do not buy this thing. And while this is really awesome and there's a huge collection here for you guys, I think there is too much tinkering to be had here. It's not plug and play like it says on the actual Amazon page. And to be honest, I bought this back in October and I have not really used it. If you have the money to spare, sure, buy it, but if you don't, for sure skip this one. I think it's not as reliable as I would want it to be. There's too many negatives to getting it than there are positives to getting it, because you could actually build this yourself. I have a 24 terabyte that I have with the front end of Launchbox, and that works much better than this here. It's much more reliable. You can set it up yourself. But yeah, anyways guys, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're getting this hard drive. Let me know if there's another hard drive that you guys have, or what you guys are playing on those hard drives, what systems. And as always, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care out there, and later, homies.